Well, warmest of greetings, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Welcome to the Christian Whistleblower channel. We are coming to you from the heartland of America, hopefully right to your heart, broadcasting from an undisclosed location in the heartland of America. And I know I didn't promote this right. I was involved in some conversations that had me in the place where I just forgot that it was going to be 11:11. So we'll have a late arriving crowd. That's okay. But as always, the omnipresent Tracy Dyer is ahead of the power curve and right here. And Jennifer Roberts from across the pond is already here. That's impressive. Good morning. Or not, no. Warmest greetings, ladies, and very nice to have you here. And I want to make this a short show, so people are going to have to watch this one on the on the replay probably. I was thinking as I was talking this morning, we can make excuses or we can make a difference. I was just considering the fact that it's possible that our biggest challenge and our biggest spiritual work begins, ladies and gentlemen, the moment we decide that we are a high conscious individual. The moment we decide that we are high consciousness, the moment we decide that we're woke, the moment we decide that we're advanced, well, that's really, as Elvis would say, when your heartaches begin. That's when your heartaches begin. And it's why I hang around guys like Rocky Stucci and guys like Scotty Roberts, great show last night, because they are not at that place where they have become spiritual, where they've become high conscious and they're all hoity-toity. And sometimes when we decide that we're high conscious, we then have to defend our actions because we're high conscious. If we do it, it has to be high conscious. And then we start making excuses instead of making a difference. And the example came up today with, I'm in a group and somebody said, there's going to be war with Iran. And I thought, wait a minute. If the best and brightest among us are speaking words of war, then we're doomed. And here's my point. We believe that we are high conscious individuals. We believe that words have meaning. We believe that thoughts are things. And if we're high conscious, that would mean that our thoughts are more powerful. Our words are more powerful. And I'm sitting here today in this chair in front of this lake to say to you that Donald Trump doesn't want to be the guy that went to war with Iran. Anybody can go to war with Iran. Donald Trump wants to be the guy that made a huge, great, perfect deal with Iran. And when we start saying, there's going to be war with Iran, there's going to be war with Iran, there's going to be war with Iran, we're helping to create an energy that hinders the ability of Donald Trump to make his huge, big league deal with Iran. Let me tell you. So I want to be the guy that speaks words of, no, I don't think there's going to be war with Iran. There won't be war with Iran. There's room for negotiation. There's room for a huge deal because that creates the energetic space to make it possible if Trump could pull it off. And here's the problem. Because we're so high consciousness and we have such a reputation, we'd rather be we're more interested in being accurate than we are in being helpful. And strange technical difficulties, but that's okay. We're more interested in being accurate than we are in being helpful. We don't want to be the guy or the girl that said, there's room for negotiation. There won't be war with Iran. Because if there is, then we look wrong and we're supposed to be high consciousness and we should have known there wouldn't be a war with Iran. See what I'm talking about? You see what I mean? So we'd rather be right than helpful. We'd rather be right than lead. We'd rather be right than pull up. We'd rather make excuses. Well, I'm just speaking what I think is true. And look, I was right. We'd rather be that guy or that girl than to be the one that falls on their sword literally and says, no, there won't be war, that is the peacemaker. We'd rather be right than helpful. We'd rather be correct than constructive. And we'll make excuses instead of making a difference. There's not going to be war with Iran. President Trump is going to make a huge, great, beautiful, almost perfect, even the Democrats will love it, deal. Dude, Sleepy Joe can go to war with Iran. Nancy Pelosi can go to war with Iran. Trump doesn't want to be that guy. And we're high consciousness, right? We're the best of the best, the brightest of the brightest. We're the cream of the crop. Well, then let's put our goodness, our bestness, let's put our creaminess on the line, and let's speak words of peace. Let's speak words of compromise. Let's speak words of no war. Let's speak, and I don't care about oil stocks. Let's speak words of power. It's time for you to decide who you really are and what you really believe. Do you really believe that your words have meaning? Do you really believe that your words have power? Do you really believe that you are a high consciousness individual? Prove it. Prove it. And not just in this thing, but in everything. We make excuses for ourselves. Oh, well, we're high conscious. We can get away with saying these things because we know we really don't mean it. Brothers and sisters, words are powerful. Thoughts are things. Every one of them, all the great sages have encouraged us to mind every idle word. And I'm telling you, our biggest work comes when we decide that we're high conscious individuals. Our biggest work comes when we decide that we're awoke leaders, powerful individuals with reputations to protect. That's when our real work begins. That's why I like the meatball. That's why I like the big freaking cannoli. Just a couple of guys. That's why I like Halo. Just 4 guys trying to change the world. 36,000 people trying to change the world. I challenge you, stop making excuses. Start making a difference. I challenge you, put your accuracy on the line and sacrifice it for being constructive. It's easy to be a naysayer. It's easy to talk fear and gloom and war and collapse. It's easy. Be the girl that isn't easy. Be the guy that isn't easy. Be the ones that will make a difference, not excuses. Be the ones that will speak words of life and hope and happiness and peace and victory and power. Be that person. I'm going to say the words, and I need work. I'm going to say the words that are building and constructive and powerful and peaceful and harmonious. That's my new work. And I hope that many of you will join me, ladies and gentlemen, in making a difference and not making excuses. After all, we're the last generation of real humans. If we're talking low frequency, low vibration talk, then it's over. We might as well just dig a hole and fall in it and cover ourselves up because we're done. But that's not us. We're the last generation of real humans. Winners write history. So let's get busy winning today. And let's write a better tomorrow. Will you join me?